Hi, it's Rosetta Wood with Paleo Diet Magazine, the community that provides advice and inspiration to help you live a better, healthier, incredibly fun paleo lifestyle. Today we have Caroleen Moise Ryman. Caroleen started screening, producing, directing, and editing short films in 2004. Caroleen also possesses extensive training in the film industry. Caroleen and her husband have been adhering to the paleo lifestyle since 2011. I decided to interview Caroline because I feel we share the same passion about the paleo lifestyle. She also shares her passion with explorers of this fast growing paleo primal lifestyle movement who have converted to the paleo lifestyle but have successfully developed or adapt a business around it. I'm part of this growing paleo primal movement. I started this paleo magazine about my journey as a mom through the successes and learning experience in health and fitness. I would like to include Caroline in my journey.
All right.
Okay. Now, Caroline, before we start talking about uh, the documentary, We Love Paleo, tell us about the crowdfunding program that is available to our listeners to participate in to support this documentary.
Sure. So we've decided to crowdfund the film to at least for the production phase, and we've gone to Indiegogo. So the film is currently being the campaign is live on Indiegogo.com, and if people type in "We Love Paleo," which is the title of our film, they can actually find our project page. At the moment, we are at about 9,100. So we're about 60% funded, I believe, but we're aiming for 15K.
15K. Okay, great. Now, the readers, you heard this now. I want you to support this crowdfunding program because we want to make the awareness of paleo to all of our friends. Now, my next question to you is how did you find out about the paleo lifestyle?
Oh, well, it was a long process, to be honest. I had a lifestyle that was not necessarily very. I mean, I was eating like the standard American diet, I should say. I'm from Canada and French Canadian, so back home we were eating what everyone, I suppose, thought was healthy. But I also felt that it wasn't. Something was wrong and a bit off because I wasn't in the best shape and I wasn't feeling great either. So I started researching and looking for answers because I was like, how come if like this is supposed to be so good for me, if the grains and the dairy and everything, like the legumes are supposed to be so healthy, why do I feel constantly bloated? Why do I have discomfort? Why am I fatigued? I felt already like I wasn't even 30. I felt a bit old. I was like, okay, what's happening here? And through a lot of research, and at the time on the web there wasn't that much, but I discovered, I ventured down the road of vegetarianism. I explored that. I even looked into raw veganism, but then I thought, well, that's not going to do it for me. I don't think it's a diet that would satisfy me, and it felt very restrictive. Vegetarianism already felt restrictive, and then I continued looking until I found Mark Sisson's blog and the Primal Blueprint, the book. So I started reading the book, and that really kickstarted my journey, my paleo journey.
Now, in your experience with going paleo and primal, What were some of the misconceptions?
Well, you mean that I like things that I thought about the paleo diet and I found out that they weren't true?
Yes.
Um, well, I was looking at it with a very fresh eye because I had never heard about paleo.
Okay.
I didn't. I heard about Atkins. I had read Atkins books, but I had never really. The paleo was new to me, so I didn't have a preconceived idea about it, so to speak. I know that now, when I talk to people about it, they've heard about it because by now it's a bit more mainstream, and they always have like this misconception that it's unhealthy and that we only eat meat and that paleo eaters ought to stop eating that way because soon enough they will be having heart disease and all that stuff. So these are the ones that I hear the most, I must say.
Okay, those are the ones. Okay, that sounds good. Okay, okay now, Dr. Lorraine Cordain
Hmm.
is one of your guests in the documentary.
Yes.
He became interested in nutrition during his childhood, from his mother encouraging him to eat his fruits and veggies, and from his father giving him books about the Stone Age people
Hmm.
and how they lived off the land eating wild plants and animals. Now, my question to you is, how would you like this documentary to implement to our children? What would you like it to implement to our children?
Well, I certainly would love for parents, to understand that it's a diet or a lifestyle that is not only for adults, it's for all human beings, to be honest, and that includes the little ones, and that the earlier you start educating kids about the right, foods to eat, the better. I mean, they can only benefit from this. And I know kids that have, their parents are raising them the paleo way, and they are completely uninterested by processed food, fast food, and I think that's great because these kids have a better, have a brighter future, health wise, definitely, than the kids that are eating a standard American diet and will have to later on weave themselves off these foods, as opposed to having been raised on healthy foods and not craving the junk that we find in supermarkets.
Okay. Now, speaking about healthy foods, seeing the health benefits of the paleo firsthand, did it make a difference in how you presented the information in We Love Paleo?
Well, we're still, yeah. I mean, it comes from we. Sorry, I'll rephrase that. We have had a very personal journey, a very personal experience with paleo, and haven't experienced these benefits firsthand. We surely know what it is to not know about something, to become aware of something suddenly, and being in a state of discovery. And the fact of the matter is, you can quickly get overwhelmed if you um, receive too much information quickly. So I think our thought process here is like we're doing this to also educate people, make them aware of this lifestyle, and hopefully, we don't alienate them with too much information. They will get just enough of the basics to get started and get a gist of what this really is, because there's so many myths around what the paleo diet or lifestyle um, is. So I think it's really important not to overwhelm people and really give them bite-sized information, vulgarized information that they can actually process, and not go at the end of the film, this is way too complicated. I'm not even going to try that.
Okay. Now, this advocacy document film puts its main focus on what it means to follow the paleo lifestyle. What knowledge do you hope people learn about We Love Paleo?
Well, I hope that they learn how, cutting basic food groups will actually be beneficial to their health. I hope that they also learn that it's not just about diet. There's also it's a lifestyle, so it encompasses sleep, sun exposure, adequate exercise, as well as relaxation and social interactions. So it's a whole group of things, and we really hope that they see it for what it is, which is a very healthy way of living, something that is really closer to um, our genetic makeup and how our ancestors would have been living before the event of agriculture.
Okay, this is good information. And I'm sure after the our readers have listened to your last answer, they'll want to support you even more. So will you tell us again where and how our listeners can support you and your team in this documentary, We Love Paleo?
Absolutely. So if they go to Indiegogo.com, they can search for We Love Paleo, and they will find our project page there. There's all the information. We have amazing participants involved in this project. We're very proud of our panel. And it's also, I must say, the first ever crowdfunded feature documentary on paleo. So we're very excited about that as well, and we're traveling in a few cities around the well, at least three countries, I must say, and so
Can you give us the
we're
name of those countries?
yes, of course. So not only we're going to be filming in the U.S., but we're also flying to Germany and filming in Berlin. We're going to London to film a few more participants, and even up in north of the UK in Harrogate, where we have more participants that are appearing on camera. I could name them, but I'm not going to. Amongst a few, there are. Of course, Dr. Cordain, Dr. Briffa in London, there, Michelle Norris, the CEO of Paleo Effects. We also have Kane Credicott from Paleo Magazine. We have people such as Boris Poco, who's also the owner and founder of Sauvage, which was the first ever paleo restaurant in the world. And that's in Berlin. So yeah, we're very proud of our panel, and we're really looking forward to interview these guys and hear what they have to say, and share their story with us. I must say also that we even have a candidate from Australia. She's going to be in London, however, when it's time to film. So we're pretty grateful for that. We don't have to fly the whole team over to Sydney. But yes, we're very happy to have all these people on board. And I must also add that when people donate to our campaign, we have a fiscal sponsor, meaning every single donation is tax deductible, which I know for some people can be, an incentive.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that information. And I wish you and your team all the best in your endeavors to give back to the paleo community by raising awareness about the positive impact paleo can have on people's health and quality of life. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rosetta. Thanks for
Goodbye.
having me.
Bye.
Bye bye.